Hi, bro.
Hi, good
This
evening.
is this
Sorry,
is
it's
the
too
this is
late for good evening.
this is just a formality. Don't be
Yeah, I know.
and don't expect me to be so humble with you because I'm not.
It's absolutely okay. I don't even expect.
Yeah, that's what I expect from you. Anyways, the reason I brought you on to my channel is that I recently went through an article published by Shiksha.com where it published an article about BSc in Agriculture versus BSc in Forensic Science, which is a better course. And they have written down certain things with respect to the various criteria like syllabus, eligibility criteria, career prospect in BSc Agriculture, after completing BSc Agriculture and after completing BSc Forensic Science, and their course fees and salary comparisons and nature of work and opportunities. So I couldn't relate with respect to forensic science completely what they have mentioned, and at the same time I couldn't figure it out whether they whatever they mention about BSc Agriculture it's completely true or not. That's the main reason I thought of connecting to you and find out the
I'm
truth.
glad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too. Anyways, uh, so let's start with this. Let's start with the main part of this chat that we are having. So first one is about syllabus, right? Now, whatever they have written, I'll just tell you the brief because if I start reading everything, it will go on for 2 to 3 hours like, approximately. So I'll tell you in brief whatever they have mentioned in syllabus that one has to study in BSc Agriculture is agronomy, soil sciences, horticulture, plant breeding and genetics, entomology, plant pathology, animal sciences. Now, is this all that you study, or there's something more to it?
absolutely. Like firstly, I would like to clear that I'm a student of fifth semester. So
Mhm.
there's a lot more for me to go. So I haven't studied all of this, but then whatever you have mentioned, I have studied 60 to 70% of this. I have studied plant pathology, entomology, soil science. Even there's soil
Mhm.
physics, there's soil chemistry, but there are a lot more to explore. Explore to subjects like reading and all. I haven't been
Mhm.
through, but I'm pretty sure I'll be going. I'll be studying them the very next semester or the so on.
You having said that, please clarify to the audience that BSc Agriculture is 4 years, unlike other BSc courses, which is
Yeah, it is
approximately
four
for
years.
3 years.
It's very astonishing and strange, but it
Yeah,
is of 4 years. Apart from this, every BSc degree that you take from any colleges of India,
yeah.
it is of 3 years.
3 years, maximum 3 years.
Yeah, but this is extended course.
Yeah,
This
and
is a
and
so-called professional course, and it is of 4 years.
and please clarify one more thing about the organization ISAR. What is its role and वो करता क्या है?
Actually, it's a governing or the head body that that kind of controls all the agri. What was the point?
Like you were talking about ISAR.
Okay, so ICA is basically the governing body about all the agricultural activities that are being done in our country.
Mhm.
And if a student wants to join this particular field, so the very first step he has to do is he has to clear an exam that is conducted by ICR for both UG and PG courses.
Mhm.
So they have to clear this exam. It's I think it's basically same. It follows the same pattern as of NEET. That's it. They have to clear this exam. It is of 720 marks.
720 marks. Okay. And like you said about the syllabus of agriculture, BSc Agriculture, same way, whatever they have mentioned in forensic science, I'll just read it out once. They've mentioned chemistry, biology, toxicology, ballistics, crime and society, criminal law, forensic psychology, forensic dermatoglyphics, criminalistics, forensic chemistry, digital forensics, and forensic medicine. Yeah, this is like around 60 to 70% of the syllabus that we study in BSc Forensics. There are more to it. There are more branches of forensics that we take to study in BSc. I'll just tell you that there are approximately 35 to 40 branches in forensic science, and it keeps increasing with every passing year. And now talking about the eligibility criteria, whatever they have mentioned for a student to study BSc Agriculture is that a student needs to pass class 12 with physics, chemistry, biology, or mathematics as subjects.
Yeah,
Right.
they do have to, but it completely depends upon the student. Like there are two agriculture fields. One is BTech in agriculture, and another is BS in agriculture. If one wants to pursue BS in agriculture, he needs to have biology, he needs to attempt three physics, chemistry, and biology in the paper. And if wants to one wants to pursue BTech in agriculture, he has to write the maths paper as well, along with physics and chemistry. In that case, biology will be excluded.
Okay, so in our case, we do not write any exams for BSc Forensic Science. Whatever marks to
Okay.
one has to be from science stream in order to join BSc Forensics, and whatever marks we score on 12, the admission is purely based on merit of class 12 marks. So we don't
And
have to write.
however, the criteria that I've just said, the
It's for
criteria that I've just
government
said,
colleges, right?
that is for government colleges.
Yeah, for us, in even if you are applying for a government college, your admission will be purely based on class 12 merit marks. So you don't have to study
Okay.
any kind of exam for it. Now, talking about the career prospect in after BSc in agricultural science, they have said that after BSc in agriculture, job opportunities are there in both government as well as private sector as agriculture officers, agricultural research scientists, assistant plantation managers, etc. Now, is this all that are available? I mean, I'm talking about the post or any other post are also available.
That is not obviously all that
Yeah.
we can discover after we have been graduate or masters. We have done masters in this course. There are various MNCs like Cadbury, Nestle, everything. All the MNCs, they recruit students of agriculture. They do recruit, and I think students, those who are in MNCs, have a great future. And also students, they opt for banking. Especially we have agriculture banks. Students can opt for that also. But having said that, those who are extremely meritorious and those who are nerds, those who really want to go for some civil service or stuff, they will go for agriculture officer. And yes, we do have a variety of government as well as private. We have both. Like we have exposure to both.
Like काफी ठीक ठाक. You were talking about the job opportunities and the scope. So, bro, just tell me one thing. Is there enough scope in all the job sectors that you mentioned right now? Is there enough scope in of getting jobs in those sectors?
Like talking about 2020 before Corona, it was available, but I don't know the after effects of lockdown. And I have seen I currently study in a private university, and I have seen my
We study
seniors.
in a private university rather.
Okay. So, I have seen my seniors joining MNCs, private companies. I've seen my seniors joining a bank, and they're doing pretty well.
No, what can you give me a glimpse about the average placement that happens from your institute?
Okay. So, as I said, I'm from a private university, and the average placement that goes is uh, like if just you have completed your graduation, you can
Yeah,
expect at least you can expect 15K per month
15K per month on an average.
on an average. Yeah. And if you're more caliber, you can earn even more. Like the placements reaches up to
Yeah, so
40K.
it's kind of similar to what we have in forensic science, but it's not. But the scope, see, there are a lot of career opportunities that you can make in forensic science, but the scopes are very much limited. So if you talk about, see, after MSc, you have to have an MSc degree in forensic science or a PG diploma degree. In all a master's degree, right? In all a master's degree to have in order to earn something good. So as you mentioned, after BSc, an average in agriculture, it's around 15K, right? So after
That
MSc,
is the least amount that you can have.
yeah. That's the least amount that you can have at least. So the least amount, so I'll give you the minimum range in forensics. It lies between 8K to 15K, the minimum amount. So it's kind of a bit, I'll say the job scopes are kind of bit poorer in forensic science with respect to agriculture. Now, talking about the course fees and salary comparison, what they have mentioned. So, for a BSc in agriculture can be completed for an annual fee ranging between 10,000 and rupees 50,000. Is it true?
Like having said that, I'm pursuing it from a private university. So my
So
fear. So
they have given this range for overall, including government and private both. And
yeah, 50. For my university, 50,000 is more than enough for completing the entire graduation. Like per semester, it's somewhere between 35
they
to
have given the
40.
annual fee. I mean, by annual fee, it means two semesters fee.
50,000. You have said the
for two
highest amount.
semester. Yeah, they have said for an annual fee ranging between rupees 10,000 and 1,000, like
No, not
yearly
at
fee.
all. Like if you're doing it from a private university, it will cross 50,000 for sure.
Yeah, and the range that they have given for BSc forensic is between 2 to 3 lakhs, depending on the college. That is completely true. I agree. It is between somewhere between 2 to 4 lakhs. अगर actual में देखें, but 2 to 3 is also right. Now talking about the
Yeah, only for studies, agriculture. For agriculture also it's same.
now what they mention about the salary is that in field of agricultural science for freshers who have studied agriculture can start off with a salary ranging between 2 to 4.5 lakh per annum.
That is almost 15,000, right?
That is almost what you have said. And while professionals with 6 to 10 years of experience can expect a salary range between 6 to 10 lakh per annum.
Yeah, like if you go for government and really like not really, why only will stick to government? I know there's a
No,
security
in
in
overall,
government.
like we take into consideration everything, be it government, be it public, private sectors, be it MNCs, corporate sector, wherever the job
Like I'm specifically if I'm
possible
talking
for
about
BSc.
MNC, if you reach a very good level, I think
Hmm.
that is not a very big amount. People earn even more than that.
Now
But
they have
it's up
also
to you now how much you can grasp and how much you can earn, right?
now they have also mentioned that for senior professionals with an experience above 12 years, the salary range can be around 12 to 15 lakh per annum. It's around like 1.1 to 1.3 1.3 lakhs per month.
I have no such experience of my friends having getting that salary as they are very new to that field. They have just graduated.
You might be knowing
But
any
I
kind
hope
of seniors or have came across some kind of people would.
no, I'm talking about my university, the freshly graduated student who got the highest placement, like in terms of money, it was like 40,000. So you can
40,000 per
add
month,
40,000 per month, obviously.
which is approximately around 4.8 lakhs
Yeah,
per annum. So that's quite a good amount.
yeah.
Now, what they have mentioned
But I
for
say that's the highest amount that a student got from my university.
and on an
It may
average,
vary. As I said, 15 to 20,000.
no, is there any kind of plus point for doing BSc from a government college over a private college?
That's really difficult. Okay, so I don't know up to how much it's to up to what extent this is true, but then I've heard that the people who are graduating from private college in agriculture, they can't appear for masters in government college. Like you can do masters from any like a state university. No, first I would like to clarify that I stay in Assam. Talking about
Hmm.
my state, like ICR consists of only 15% of the seats, right? If a
Hmm.
college has 200 seats for undergraduate students or master students,
Hmm.
only 15% of that particular seat will be filled by ICAR, and the rest 85% they are meant for the students that are who have the tier C or who are residing in that particular state, right? So
Acha,
having
state
said
quota.
that, if somebody is interrupted from giving masters through ICR, they can go to a very good college of their own state, government college also. That doesn't matter.
Like in case of forensic science, we do not have any for BSc forensic science. Let me be very clear. For BSc forensic science, it does not matter from which university you're studying, be it private or college, private or government. Only thing that matters is that it has to be UGC affiliated for us,
Yeah.
because there are a lot of private colleges which are better than government colleges for BSc.
So this rule, what I've mentioned right now, this rule was for I got to know about this in 2019, and I think that was clearly made rule by ICR, and that is
Mhm.
published in their website as well. I don't know whether there will be changes regarding that, but as of now, this is the rule.
Okay, now for forensic science, what they have mentioned is that for a fresher, it ranges between 4 to 6 lakh per annum, and for experience, it is between 8 to 15 lakh per annum. Now, let me be very clear, it is just a range for working in a centralized forensic laboratory. This range. Other than that, there is no, you know, no such salary ranges for any forensic professionals working in a private lab or working in any other department. It is just if you work in Central Forensic Science Laboratory, you can expect a range of salary with whatever they have mentioned here. Now, talking about the nature of work and opportunities, a BSc course in agriculture has a broader base since the importance of sustainable modes of agriculture is rising higher with time.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry.
Like let me simplify for you. From 5 years from now, or from 10 years from now, how much do you see your field to evolve? Will it evolve like a broader?
I think it has remained an emerging industry since independence, because you can, like, a country can live without anything but not food, right? So our
Mhm.
farmers, agriculture has to contribute a lot to our economy and GDP, and it has been contributing. But having said that, it is continuously emerging, and various new fields, right, hydroponics and stuff, they are being introduced to our field. And I think students of agriculture have a great future if they want to pursue in this particular line. There's no doubt there's n number of opportunities after a student having been graduate or
Mhm.
masters or PhD in this particular field.
Okay, thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome.
So
Are
in
we done?
overall, the verdict is BSc Agriculture is far better than BSc Forensic Science. To be
And
honest,
this is not at all my personal opinion. This
no,
is
no,
what you can drive from
this
our
is what I believe, because
yeah.
basic science it still has a lot to evolve within itself. इतना कुछ हुआ ही नहीं इस फील्ड में, थोड़ा बहुत हो रहा है, अभी हो रहा है, बट इतना जॉब स्कोप भी नहीं है. करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज सेक्टर्स बहुत सारे जहाँ पे हम काम कर सकते हैं, बट एम्प्लॉयमेंट की जो स्कोप्स है, the chances of employment is very very less. So which is I think is not the case with agriculture. At least we'll end up with
No.
some kind of jobs, even if it is 15,000. You will end up with some kind of jobs,
Yeah,
right?
you will end up with some kind of jobs.
So that is not the case with BSc Forensic Science. First, you have to do MSc or PG diploma. Then there is like around 50-50 chances on whether you'll get a job or not. And that is solemnly depending upon your capacity and your competency. So in that case, BSc Agriculture is far better. So thank you, bro. Thank you for giving me your
Yep.
time.